20 Top Foods for Healing Your Body. It is known that nutrition and health are closely linked. Some groceries can help in the emergence of increased cholesterol or high blood pressure, others can protect against cardiovascular diseases and some types of tumors. So, if you want to live long and healthy, feed yourself properly. Here are 20 top foods among the groceries for which experts claim to be represented in our diet as often as possible, and they are for healing your body. This means that at least once a week you need to find your menu. Why? Because healing your body is important, and they will protect you against diseases, they will help you stay young and provide you with extra energy. 1. White onions. It contains some sodium-based substances that have an antibiotic effect, protects blood vessels and prevents blood clotting. In combination with potassium, selenium and vitamins A and C, they strengthen the immune system. The European study, White Onions and Health, confirmed that regular consumption of white onions reduces blood pressure and cholesterol, prevents arteriosclerosis and protects tumors, especially from the cancer of the gut. When buying, pick onions that are heavy and solid, have a dry shell and compact corn. Do not buy soft spots with stains. 2. Carrots. It stimulates the production of T lymphocytes and thus strengthens the immune system, protecting itself from viruses and free radicals. For all that, beta-carotene, which abounds in the carrot, is credited. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration recommends regular consumption of carrots because it reduces the risk of certain skin diseases and tumors. When buying, pick strong carrots with intense color, not those that have stains or are dried. 3. Red onions. The researchers came to the conclusion that at least 10% of its weight belongs to substances that block the action of various carcinogens. In addition, adenosine, which dilutes the blood and reduces blood pressure, should be added. The treatment of these substances is best seen if the red onion is eaten raw. When buying, dial heavy heads that have a dry, shiny crust with no dark spots. 4. Green salad. Thanks to the high fiber content that gives a characteristic bitter taste, the green salad stimulates the removal of toxins from the body, which, of course, is beneficial to the healthy liver. When purchasing, pick green salads with undamaged leaves and intense color. 5. Cabbage, cauliflower, kale, broccoli. The researchers found that individuals who often eat so-called grassy vegetables are less likely to cope with cancer, especially from the gastrointestinal tract, lung and breast cancer. Cabbage and other herbaceous vegetables contain vitamin C and numerous antioxidants that prevent the formation of carcinogens and block estrogen activity, a hormone that takes part in the development of some types of tumors. When buying, pick them with solid, glossy and undamaged leaves. 6. Nuts. Regular consumption of nuts, enough for 4 to 5 days, reduces cholesterol and prevents heart disease. This is due to the high content of vitamins B, and above all the folic acid, B9, which prevents the accumulation of fat in cells, but also essential fatty acids that ensure the blood vessels' elasticity and dilute the blood. The high content of minerals, zinc and copper, and vitamin E, one of the most effective antioxidants, should also be added. When buying, pick heavy fruits without color. Too dark indicates that walnuts are too old, and too bright fruits are probably treated with some chemical bleach. 7. Lemon. Contains potassium and sodium that is responsible for increased blood pressure. In addition, it contains valuable essential oils, reducing cholesterol. Citric acid has disinfecting properties, and vitamin C neutralizes free radicals and stimulates circulation. Cancer experts have concluded that all arguments reduce the risk of cancer of the oral cavity, digestive organs, pancreas, and cervix. When buying, pick mature fruits with a glossy yellow peels. 8. Peas. It contains few plant proteins, but more vitamin C than other legumes. It is also rich in vitamins B1 and B9, folic acid, as well as fiber plants that reduce the absorption of fats and sugar and accelerates the flow of food through the intestines. When buying, pick solid, heavy beans with glossy greens. When you break them, the grains should be firmly fastened to the leg. 9. Beans and green beans. It contains phytoestrogens, substances close to female hormones that protect against breast and colon cancer. According to a study, a portion of green beans daily reduces cholesterol by 20% within 3 weeks. The fibers that restrict the absorption of the fat and soothing effect on the intestines are behind this. When buying, if it comes to beans, the grain should be dry and firm. If it comes to fresh green beans, it should be smooth and shiny. 10. Forest fruits. Thanks to the joint action of flavonoid and vitamin C, it helps cells to remain young and slows down aging. Strawberries and raspberries protect against viral infections and strengthen the immune system. When buying, pick healthy and ripe fruit with a beautiful color, avoid too large and damaged fruits. 11. Apples. Pectin, a fiber present primarily in the bark, binds toxins and helps the intestines to eject the rest of the cooked food. Thanks to such action, it reduces the bad and raises the good cholesterol. Research conducted in Germany showed that regular consumption of this fruit reduces the risk of heart attack by 50%. When buying, pick fresh and solid fruits with a beautiful color. 12. White meat. Nutritionists from the Italian National Food and Nutrition Research Institute in Rome advise red meat that is more often replaced with white because it contains less cholesterol and saturated fats, and provides the body with quality proteins, B group vitamins and iron. When buying, define for meat of controlled origin and veterinary seal. 13. Medicinal herbs. The materials isolated from various herbs used in the culinary as spices and have a similar effect as acetyl salicylic acid, the active ingredient of aspirin. It primarily applies to capsaicin from hot peppers and ginger, as well as eugenol from the cloves, substances that prevent blood clots and inflammation. On the other hand, more aromatic herbs, such as parsley, rosemary and saffron, contain substances that slow down the aging process. When buying, make sure it has an intense smell, no matter if it's dry or fresh. 14. Rice. The starch of rice is easier to digest than the one of pasta and potatoes, and provides a longer feeling of satiety. Integral rice is the healthiest, because it is rich in fiber and other precious substances, including the lipoic acid, which releases the liver from toxic substances and improves the absorption of nutrients, and gamma-nitanol, which is a powerful antioxidant. From minerals, it is abundant with selenium, a structural element of the glutathione enzyme, which protects the body from the tumor. When buying, pick rice in vacuum packing, pay attention to the shelf life. 15. Milk and cheese. They represent the most important sources of calcium, which at the stage of development strengthens the bone mass, and in the menopause it reduces the risk of osteoporosis. The presence of vitamins from the B group and phosphorus should also be added to this. When buying, check the shelf life and dial products with low fat. Yogurt is considered a natural antibiotic. Scientists claim that it does not protect against infections and tumors, primarily from breast, lung, and colon cancer. Apart from the milk enzymes that keep the intestines, they also contain vitamins A, B, and D, as well as calcium. When buying, pay attention to the shelf life, because with time, the enzymes lose their effectiveness. 16. Blueberries. Thanks to the high content of beta-carotene, vitamin C and organic acids slow down the aging of the cells and cleans the liver. In addition, it contains antibacterial substances that are effective against some species of Escherichia coli, responsible for intestinal and urinary infections. But the most important function of this delicious fruit lies in their beneficial action of the capillaries. Many studies have confirmed that it prevents the accumulation of fats on the walls of the blood vessels and encourages microcirculation, crucial for the health of the eyes and skin. When buying, buy only healthy blueberries with firm and shiny skin. 17. Olive oil. Except that olive oil provides precious antioxidants, vitamin E and polyphenol, it has an extremely balanced fatty acid composition. It is rich in monounsaturated fatty acids, about 74%, which reduce bad cholesterol, while it is poor in saturated fats, about 16%, that are harmful to the arteries. That's why olive oil reduces the risk of heart attack and arteriosclerosis. Experts also confirm that it has beneficial effects on the cognitive modes, prevents diabetes, and slows down the aging process. When buying, make sure that you are unrefined oil. 18. Black wine. When buying, look for a wine of proven origin. It contains a resveratrol, which lowers bad cholesterol and protects the heart and arteries. This explains the fact that the French, the famous wine lovers, rarely suffer from heart disease, regardless of how they consume large amounts of butter and various prawns. When buying, choose a wine of controlled origin. 19. Salmon. 100 grams of salmon can contain up to 1.8 grams of essential omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce the harmful effects of saturated fat and prevent clotting. If you eat oily fish besides salmon, this includes tuna, sardines and mackerel, at least 2 to 3 times a week, will reduce the risk of rheumatoid arthritis, thrombosis, stroke, infarction, high blood pressure, sclerosis, tumor and skin diseases. When buying, pay attention to the meat to be with intense pinkish color, and the skin is shiny and tight. 20. Avocados. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you have anything to tell us, and please don't forget to subscribe.